Hey, so this is my second vlog for my Writing 102 class. Um, this one is about our annotated bibliography with our working thesis paragraph. Um, okay, so this first question starts out with, have you ever created an annotated bibliography before? If not, which I haven't, what seems easiest about it and what seems challenging? So this was my first time to write this style of paper, and what really helped me a lot was going back and looking at the examples that were put on Blackboard, because I didn't really have a clue of exactly what an annotated bibliography was. I knew it was sources, but I think a lot of people didn't know that you had to mention how credible this source was, or like how it's going to work in your paper and stuff like that, and I didn't know that as well. So when I went back and looked at the examples, I kind of like saw how they laid things out and kind of used their examples to help do my own. So yeah, that was the easiest part, and that was nice to have that. The most challenging part was definitely finding the sources. I conducted my research on the library database for like the scholarly sources which we had to have, and then I just used like the internet and like news articles and stuff like that for different types of articles, just to kind of have like a diversity with the sources. Reflect on your brainstorming process. What about the assignments, activities, handouts, your in-class instructor, and the library session? So I really think the library session helped a lot. The librarian, it was nice that she kind of like went around and asked us like what our topic was and like where we should look, and she even mentioned looking a little bit in the psychology department for mine, and I didn't find a lot of stuff, but it was nice just to kind of like look at it and see some stuff. What I learned about writing is like how important the research is. Like the research is the most important part, like for sure. And next time what I would probably do is I would definitely start earlier on my research, and kind of work on it throughout like a long period of time, basically like maybe like a week, 2 weeks, because it's kind of a lot when you just sit down and have to research a lot. It's better if you kind of research for an hour and a half and find a couple good sources, then write about it, then take a break, and then later on and do it again and again, because then I think you find more sources and it's not so much all at once, and you just get, I think, better research and information and sources. Because what I did is I started it at the beginning of spring break, and then I just got really lazy in the middle of spring break and was like, I don't want to do any work, I'm just going to lay around and like, relax. And then it got to the end of spring break and I was like, oh my god, I have like 4 or 5 more sources I need to do, like, and stuff like that. So next time I would definitely start earlier and just spread out the time of when I'm going to do the research for it. Also, with the library visit, it helped a lot because she broke down and helped make more sense of what we should be researching. Kind of made it more specific, because if you just basically search your topic very broad, you're going to get so many different searches, and it can just be kind of overwhelming, and you won't really find the information that you need. Yeah, and she also mentioned that your claims could and most likely would change depending on the data and the research you find. So I thought that was interesting, because that did actually happen with mine. And for brainstorming, next time I would rather have a broad topic in research to see what sources have the most reputable information on which cause or effect, and then narrow my subject down from that. Because I kind of had like this specific thing but didn't have a lot of research on it, and then I found more research on something else, so I kind of like had to switch it a little bit but still kept my first idea. That's kind of the main thing, but it is hard just to think of a research question and hope that there's research to support that evidence. So definitely kind of like researching that topic and then seeing if there's actually information on it, and then be like, oh wow, there's a lot, so I'm going to stick with this one, or like, oh, there's not really a lot, maybe I should choose something else. I'm running out of time. So yeah, it did help because I found my question in the rereading book, and it had like statistics and stuff, so that was nice. Last thing, what do you think you did for this project that could help you when having to write other academic papers? What do you think you could take away from this project that could help you in some future way that doesn't involve writing papers? So honestly, making sure that your authors are reputable and reliable, just in any subject, or just even if you're reading something online and you're like, wow, that was a good point, or like, oh, that's not a good point. Honestly, like, look at who wrote it and where it came from, and like what their job is or their experience or anything like that is what I would definitely take away from it. And also just in general, being more open-minded and like looking at all sides of an idea, because when I was doing my research, I tried not to just like stick to one angle, so that I could have a counter argument. I kind of research a lot of different points of view. So yes, that is it, and I'm kind of over time limit, so sorry, but that's it. Bye.